Goddess of Awesome here, and it is February 14th, 2020. Happy Valentine's Day. I wanted to make a quick little video and just say with much love and respect that I really appreciate any of you out there who have commented or maybe emailed me requesting perhaps an in-person meeting for full body sensual massage. I am touched that you would want to have a session with me. But please know, and this is for everybody, please know that I have not created this channel as a promotional tool to acquire more clients for full body sensual massage. My intention of creating this channel is I have a few reasons why I did it. One, I would like to do something else. I would like to move on to a new space. I'd like to break ground on some new territory, and I would like to excel my life without full body sensual massage, like doing in-person meetings and actual doing physical body work. I've been doing that for a long time, and I'm ready for something different. So that's why I'm out here in the middle of cyberland talking to people who I don't even know, who might want to know some of the things I know, or maybe for entertainment value find the things that I know interesting. But also, so there's one reason, right? I want to do something new, and that's what this channel is for. Also, I want to document my progress and my process of how I am taking myself from the underworld of full body sensual massage to the other space that exists, the non-underworld, you know? Now, I will always probably somewhere be a resident of the underworld, right? Like, even if I don't do the daily work forever, I'm still going to understand. I'm going to have a lot of understanding. So I'll never shun the underworld. And I probably have friends who I'll, of course, keep, you know, feminine friends who do this sort of work. I don't have that many. I only know 2 acquaintances. But there's also my friends here. So not everybody on this channel is a person seeking a hand job. Some are also fellow sex workers, you know? And I welcome you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. You know, if I know anything that can help you better your business, that'd be amazing for you and me, right? And share the knowledge, cast the bread out on the water. But also, I think it's so important to document my progress and my process, because there could be some fellow sex workers out there who also want to do something different, right? Like, we're not going to shun the world we came from. It's been helping us pay our bills all this time. We got to be grateful. But just like any other part of any other private sector, you might have a certain job for a while and then you want to excel. You want to do something different. You get bored after a while, no matter what it is, you know? And, you know, I understand hand jobs very well. That's why I'm teaching them. That's the next phase for me, is to share the knowledge I know, share the findings I've acquired, share the master techniques that I have developed, and share it for people share it for all people, to not just use in your business. If you are a sex worker, you could, or you could also be in a relationship and use this knowledge to better your connection or your frolic time, or to add a little spice, or, you know, so I have not created this channel as a source to acquire more clients, as flattered as I am, and I really am so honored that some of you might want to have a session with me. It's just warms my heart, you know. But that's not what this channel is for. So this channel is to help me ascend to the next place, to aspire to the next place, and also maybe inspire others who are in a similar situation. They feel like they could also be stuck in a tar pit that they can't get out of. And when I say tar pit, it's because the tar is sticky. It's a very sticky place, you know, like you might think you could do it for a little while. Oh, I'm just going to do that for 6 weeks. I'll pay a few bills and then I'm going to go do something else. I think so many of us say that. And so many of us know, I mean, after a while, you realize you just keep coming back. Even though you try to leave, you keep coming back. I don't know if you saw the video that I made about, like, there's a support group out there for people like me. There's actually a sex workers support group. It's amazing. I'm not actually in the group yet because I can't be, because I'm still in the field, you know? So I can only get into the group once I'm out of the field, which seems so twisted almost. You know, who needs more help than the girls who are in it, you know? But we can't congregate. It's considered, so I don't know what it's considered, but it's something bad. There's a word, but it's a legal word. We're not allowed to get together and talk about our work. We're not allowed to share trade secrets. We're not allowed to support each other like that. You know, it's a very solitary work. Most of us we keep to ourselves. We're quiet. We're loners. I feel like I'm a little unusual in the sense that I do go social dancing sometimes, not as often as I used to, but I used to go out all the time. I do go to the gym every single day except for 1 day a week. And it's really hard not to go that 1 day a week because I love it so much. So, but I have to take 1 day off, right? You have to for your body's wellness. But I socialize, I think, more than some. Maybe, and there's probably others who socialize more than me. But we are loners, most of us. And for those sisters and brothers of mine who are in the field, this channel is for you. It's for you too. It's to help any way I can. I don't know how I can help, but I'm here to help. If I have any knowledge that I could share with you to better your business, or maybe even just the fact that I'm being out here just flapping in the wind, vulnerable, and I'm spilling my heart and my guts to you, like I have no filter, and maybe something that I say somewhere can help somebody take their next step, or help inspire them to sort through maybe where they can go after this, you know? And so that is the intention for my channel. So I really appreciate anybody who might want to have a session. Just know that I am on so far on the tail end of this. There's no way that I want to take my sensual massage business to the next level via YouTube channel. No. Like, I'm creating a safe space for anyone who might be in the process of trying to shift, trying to change, trying to find transformation, personal transformation. So while we're on that subject, I'm just bringing a small tidbit and then I'm going to say goodbye. I realized something the end of this last year of 2019. Just as the new year is coming in, it just really struck me. And the reason I'm sharing this because it connects with everything I just said. And hopefully it might help somebody who maybe didn't see the other video I made. But it dawned on me that I need to chase the energy that is good, the places where I thrive. And places like that are my spin class. I love it. I could do it all day. I literally feel like I could do it all day. I should be an instructor. I love it so much, you know? Energy like that, that's where I belong there. You know, when I'm with my horses, when I'm working with them, just me and my horse, or when I'm working with them, taking them out as equine animal therapists. Like when we do that, is amazing, right? That's fills me with so much light and zest and spirit and just so much good stuff. You know, that's what I need to chase. And as I was it dawned on me these energy feelings and that's where I belong, and I need to keep seeking spaces that have that, because that's what I want to do and be for the rest. So dance is another one. I need to be around dance and get myself back into ballet and jazz, because that's what makes me come alive, you know? So any of you out there who might be in the gig of similar to what I do, maybe you do full body massage, maybe you're a full service girl, maybe you're just maybe you're an exotic dancer, maybe you're a cam girl, whatever branch of the industry you're on and you want to do something different, it dawned on me this. It's not about getting out of the industry, because we can think about that all the time and it just doesn't happen, right? Some of you know this. We want out so bad. We want out so bad. The more we want out, the more we're stuck. It's so strange. It's a strange phenomenon. So it struck me that it's not about getting out. It's about getting in. It's about getting in. Getting in. What does that mean? I don't know. It could mean something completely different to you. For me, getting in, I need to get into my horses. I need to get into the energy spaces that I just described, the delicious, amazing, all this abundant, good, electric energy that just makes every part of me light up and feel, exuberant. That's where I need to be. So if I need to be there, it's not about getting out of here. It's about getting in. It's about getting in. And that small little shift in the realization of that is huge. I realized it's huge. It's so significant. And it's so simple. It's so simple. I hadn't seen it before. And so similar to the grooves in your finger, like your fingerprints, if you just slowly, you can kind of feel a groove. You're in one kind of groove, It's so small and subtle, but it's definitely a groove. And then you shift your fingers just a little bit. Now you're in a new groove. It's a different groove. And that different groove goes like this. Like each little groove starts where it's small and then it expands, This is the realization that hit me at the end of 2019. So I want to share that with you. Because if any of you want to get out, the key is to get into something that you love. And you have to love it, right? It has to be something you love so much that you could do it all day long and you could never be exhausted. That's the ticket. That's the secret. That's what we're all looking for. That's where it's at. So for me, it's the horses, right? I gotta get into my horses, which means I need more parades, and I need to get into more horse shows, and I need to bump up my grooming regimen, and I need to fix my fences, and I need to wrap their tails in electrical tape and keep them high off the ground so no piss hits them, so their white tails stay white. I need to get into it, dive in deeper to what I love. Same is true, that's for me. The horses is everything for me. I could never be exhausted playing with horses. I could just never, I've worked myself so hard for these horses, and at the end of it, it's like, whew, oh my God, I made it. I did it. I accomplished that huge, steep price. But now that I did that, it doesn't make me want to stop. It makes me want to do more. Like, what more can I do with these horses, So when that hit me, it brought me also back to you. It brought me back here to the YouTube channel, because this is also another thing that I need to get into, right? I need to get into this. See, the more you get into something that you love or that you like or that you resonate with, the other is just it's just going to fade away. You won't have time for it. Soon enough, you may not need it financially if you keep giving your time and attention to what you want to get into, And I think where some of us sex workers have a glitch, or we get stuck, is because the common thought process of how you get anywhere is you gotta go to college, right? You gotta go to college and you gotta go get a degree, and that's what you gotta do, and that's how you make money, and that's gonna prepare you, and blah, 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 blah. That's such BS, because lots of people go to school and they get all sorts of student debt, and then they don't even use their degrees. I have handfuls of friends who do that, you know? Maybe that statement of go to college and get a degree, maybe that was true a couple decades back. You know, maybe that was true a decade ago. But 2020, there's so many options. So I would advise any sex worker out there, if you really want to shift and you want a new frontier, you want a new horizon, I would suggest getting into the online market to the best of your abilities. Now, you don't have to create a YouTube channel and put yourself out there like I am and talk about all sorts of sensitive subjects or interesting, you know, whatever. You don't have to do that. You could. You could do that. That's an option. But you don't have to. But you could, right? So plant that one back there. But also Amazon. Amazon.com is just turning into this amazing opportunity for the entrepreneurial spirit. You know what I mean? If you have that entrepreneurial spirit, and most sex workers do, most of us do, you know, some people think, oh, the shady people of the world, the funk of society. No, lots of us are upstanding, amazing people. You wouldn't even know we're a sex worker unless we told you. You know, certainly there are people on drugs who might do this work, but there's a handful of us that aren't who do this work, you know? So coming back to that. So Amazon, there's also Merch by Amazon. Look that one up. Merch by Amazon. It's like a merchant thing. It's so, right, it's all in the word, Merch by Amazon. You have to like ask them to invite you in. So you don't just get to do it. You don't just get to instantly get a free pass. Oh, here, come sell on Amazon. You have to prove to them that you have a worthwhile idea and that it probably could do well, and you're willing to try it, you know? So basically t-shirts, you know, I think one of the top sellers, the top 5 sellers on Amazon that I heard of a handful of months ago is t-shirts. They're on the top 5. So if you can find a clever slogan or saying, you probably say something all the time that's hysterical to you, it's normal to you, but maybe other people would find it hysterical. You can make a t-shirt, and you could also, they print it on demand, and so you don't have to have inventory. You just create the idea, you put it out there, and if somebody orders it or buys it, they print it. They print it on demand. Okay, so that's a way. There's other ways you can make money online. I would definitely explore that if I were, and I am, a sex worker seeking a new means to the end, right? I think most of us who come into the world, they're like, oh, I just need a means to the end. You know, I just need to figure it out for now and then I'll be good later. But the problem with that is time happens so quick, and by the time we figure it out now and get that paid, well, then the next month is here already, isn't it? It's already here. And now we have to go back into work to get those bills paid, and then maybe we get them covered, and then we need to take a day or 4 off, right? Because you can't do this work every single day in a row, otherwise you'll turn into I turn mean, you know, if I have to do it for too long. I mean, I can go a few weeks. I've gone as long as 8 weeks. I've done 8 weeks straight. This trip coming up might be 6 or 7 weeks, you know. I mean, like, every day forever is what I mean. Like, when you do this every day forever, you will turn into a cold bitch at some point. This is inevitable, you know. So it's good to take a little time off here and there, rejuvenate, and also give yourself moments where you can get creative, you know, and see what else you can do. So there's always going to be new blossoming ideas online, and I would definitely suggest to explore those because they'll serve you long term. It seems like they could serve you long term. But you could still go to school if there's something you really want. I just mean, like, I don't think college is for everybody, you know. Let me back up. College is amazing, and it actually is. I would recommend anybody to go, because when you get your general ed, the GE, you may think it's BS, like, oh, why do I have to learn anthropology, or why do I have to take humanities, or whatever, you know? All of those classes just round you out. They give you some insight that maybe you wouldn't have had otherwise. And it rounds you out, and it creates a deeper understanding for you, so you'll have deeper understandings of the world, but it also creates moments where you can converse with more people. You can have a meeting of the minds with more people because you understand certain principles or ideas, or you read a book that was required as your general ed in college, and then now 10, 15, 20 years later at the dinner table, and you can talk about something with a person you barely know about stuff you learn in school. And it's just good. It's just good, you know? But what I also want to say here is it's not the only way, right? College is not the only way you could aspire in life. And also, it's not a guarantee either. Well, nothing is. Nothing's guaranteed. We should all know that by now. You know, nothing's guaranteed in life, even if you think it is. It's not, you know? Change is the only constant. So just because you get a degree doesn't mean it's going to be useful to you or you're even going to use it. You know, hopefully you do. But you know, realtors, they have a whole different kind of schooling system for them. It's not a 4-year situation. It's like an intensive seminar for however many days or weeks, you know, and then you become a realtor, and those people make good money, you know, so maybe that's an idea of something you might want to do or could get into, right? Getting into something else, you know? So yeah, so I didn't create this channel as a promotional tool for massage. I'm sorry. And I'm truly touched if any of you want a session with me. It's just not going to happen. I've thought about it. I've received an email or so a few days ago wanting a session, and I totally relate with all the words this person said, and I'm very touched and flattered that he resonates with my words and he feels like I could be a good fit for him as far as a therapist, you know, a sensual therapist. But I'm not looking for that. I didn't create this channel for that. I'm not trying to be a sensual massage therapist until I'm 101. I'm 41 right now. I'm ready to do something else, you know, and so that's all. You know, I created this channel as a tool for me. I'm rolling the dice here. I'm taking a huge risk. I'm taking a chance. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where it's going to take me. I don't know who's going to like it or who's going to hate it. And if you've noticed, I haven't hardly commented on any comments because I haven't even hardly read them. You know, I read a few last night, you know, and some were really amazing. And I'm thirsting to talk to you. I absolutely want to respond. And when I get an extra minute, I'm going to do that. Even the negative comments, you know, I just have to, they all make me grin. You know, no press is bad press, even bad press. No press is bad press. So even the negative, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to say something. You know, feedback is fabulous. And so yeah, this channel is created as a tool for me to aspire, but also as a tool for others who might be in a similar situation as I, who also seek something different and they don't know how. They don't know how to get to the next place. They don't know how to get out. They don't know what that next, they don't know what's around the bend. You know, we want something different. We want out. And we feel stuck. You know, that's who this channel's for. And hopefully, let's reverse. Not just hopefully, and I will find a way out. I absolutely will. But see, I have to even come back to that, find a way out. I will transcend. How about that? That's better. I will transcend. I absolutely will transcend this 110%. I already know it. I'm feeling it so deep inside. I can't even put it into words, you know? I know I'm on the right track. I absolutely do. So I'm just going to keep going forward. I don't know what it's going to bring. Hopefully all things good. And maybe someone, even if it's just one person out there, one other sex worker might hear something I say, resonate with it, and that might be enough to put them into action for a whole new something to get into. You know, it might inspire them to get into something else, you know? I wish I had someone tell me years ago, hey Sarah, it's not about getting out, it's about getting in. But you know, I feel like I had some mentors come to me and try to help usher me places. You know, if it's not in your heart, you're not gonna do it, right? If it's not in your heart, you're not gonna run after it. You're not gonna push everything to the side so you can obtain it or reach it. So whatever you get into, you have to be excited about it. You have to be thirsty about it, and it has to be something you love, right? You have to love it wholeheartedly, and it has to be something you could do forever all day long, because it's the rest of your life, right? We're talking about like career paths here. Like, that's the rest of your life. Like, what do you want to do you know? I know I'm done doing massage and for sensual purposes on the daily basis of in-person meetings. I'm done with that. I'm going to do one more tour, and that's it. You know, I already had a final tour a couple years ago. Hopefully this is the one. You know, that's another thing us people do, us sex workers do. This is the last trip. I have a girlfriend, well, I haven't met her in person, but I have an acquaintance on the East Coast, and she's told me that too. I said, the last trip, I'm just going to give it 6 more months, and I'm going to do something different. You know, we want that. We want to do something different, but if we don't know what it is, what the different thing is that we're going to do, then it just brings us right back, doesn't it? Then we just circle right back to what we know. We know the sex industry. We know we can make money there. We know we can get food for ourselves. We can get the rent paid. We can get the gasoline in the car. We know we can do that. That's what keeps bringing us back, you know? So we just have to find that in something else, and it's about getting in. So that's all I have to say today. That's my intention for this channel. It's my 2-year anniversary as of yesterday. Greatest hand jobs a man could ever receive. Someone read last night a silly video. Well, it kind of maybe is a silly video. It was my first one, just winging it. And you know, bottom line with that, guys just want a girl who's happy to be participating. That's the bottom line. He doesn't want to force his woman to have fun in a sexual way. He would prefer her to want to have fun in a sexual way. So that video, you know, when I'm talking about a person who values you, I'm not saying like I know everything about you and I want to marry you. I mean, like, I honor you as a human being. I honor you as a human being. And I'm going to treat you like I'm working on myself. That's what that kind of means, you know? I'm going to apply the golden rule of treating others how you would want to be treated, even in the realm of hand jobs. And so that's kind of what some of that was. And anyways, I'll leave it there. So that's all for today, the 14th of February, 2020. I'm the Goddess of Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for subscribing. Bright blessings and be well.